Welcome to e-Semplice Hub, where we try to solve problems in music theory. This particular question tends to run through grades 2 to 5. That's why we have grades 2 to 5 here, where you'll be given an extract of music in the exam and you'll be asked what the key is. You should be able to see an extract of music and know whether it is a major key or a minor key. And how do we do that? Let's start with this first. Now, this music is written without key signature, so you cannot tell at the beginning. The very first step is for you to write out the accidentals available. That's the notes with accidentals available in the music. Let's use this portion of the board to try to work this out. Now, don't lose sight of the clef so that you don't read your notes wrongly. Now, the very first note with an accidental is E flat. Then we have A flat. Then there's another E flat, which we've written before, and there is no other accidental. Now, looking at these two accidentals, remember, each grade in music theory has a set of accidentals, a set of key signatures you are supposed to work with. And you have to be very knowledgeable with those keys so that you know the content of each key. That is, if it is a flattened key or a sharpened key, or it is the natural key. So from that table, between grades 2 to 5, if you go to that table, you are going to see that the flattened keys, the first letter or the first note in the order should be a B flat. But B flat is missing here, and we have E flat and A flat. So something must have happened. So the suggestion here is that go for a key that has a B, E, and A flat. And that can only be E flat major or its relative minor. The relative minor of E flat major is C minor. Now, when you have suspected, because these are suspects, E flat major and C minor are suspects to this question. So how do you now know which is which? The best place to start from is to start from the minor angle to try to establish your key. Now, what you do, the best thing is write out the letters in the scale of C minor. So you are going to have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Now you've written it out. Add the natural key signature accidentals in the key. That will be B flat, E flat, A flat. Now, because it is a minor key, you have to raise the 7th note. Now, if you raise that 7th note, you'll see that B flat becomes B natural. So that shows you why the note B, like here in this music, you see that there is a note B here, but it has no accidental. So that tells you that it is simply the minor key. So the answer to this question is C minor, because we have established it. B is missing here, and we have seen what happened to the B. B is the 7th note in the scale of C minor. So that's the answer to that. Let's try the second question. Now we are going to apply the same method we used in the first one. Just collect the accidentals. So here we have F sharp. Next we have C sharp. Next we have A sharp. We have F sharp again, that has been written. Then that's C sharp, and there is no other accidental. Now, looking at this, what keys are we suspecting? There is F sharp, there is C sharp, then you have an odd accidental, A sharp. Now, looking at it, if you go to the table of your grade, you should know that the major key and its relative minor that has F sharp and C sharp as key signature accidentals is actually D major. And the relative minor of D major is B minor. Now, as I said, I said before, always start from the minor angle to try to look for what you are looking at. Now, let's do that. So we'll have B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now, add the natural accidentals in B minor. That is F sharp, C sharp. Now, adding that, you'll see that if you raise the seventh note, you are going to have A sharp. So that takes care of the odd accidentals, the odd accidental we found. So it simply means that the key is B minor. Now, if looking at the seventh note, assuming there was no A sharp in this music, the key could have been, the key would have been D major, but because of the presence of that A sharp, which we have found as the seventh note in B minor, that is why our answer is B minor. So the easiest thing to always do is start from the minor angle and try to find your key. If the seventh note is present in the music, then it is the minor. But if the seventh note is absent in the music, it means it is the relative major. So that's how to determine whether a key is a major key or a minor key.